everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've done a H2B visa, so I'm excited to talk about this topic of how can you extend your H2B visa. So hello, my name is Sarah and I have been on the H2B visa for 3 years in total, and I stayed in the United States on this visa for that whole period of time. So I know a lot of you come over here, or maybe you are on your first visa, which is usually an 8-month period between October and May in most cases, and then you would return home. So in this video I'm going to talk about how you can actually stay in the United States after this visa and how you can extend your visa to staying here for a maximum of up to 3 years. So you are currently in a job right now. Most likely if you are on the H2B visa, you are working in the service industry, as this is the place with the highest demand for temporary non-agricultural workers, which is you on the H2B visa. Most likely you are working in a country club or a hotel. So the place that you are working for right now have hired you and have a contract for you for a certain period of time. It's usually starting in October, ends in May. If you look at the visa that is on your passport that was printed in there as well, you will most likely see a date when your visa expires, and that will most likely be again in that 8-month time frame from now, so that will expire in around May. So what can you do to stay here and to extend that visa and to stay here legally working another job as in the H2B visa? So most likely the job that you're in right now will require you to still leave when that contract is ended, because they've hired for you for that period of time. Now in some rare cases, or in some cases, your job actually can extend your visa up to a year to stay working with them if there is a high demand and if your job proves that there is a high demand need for you. So an example of why your job may have a high demand need to keep you on is that they are really struggling to find more staff for the rest of the year, or they've really tried to hire Americans for the rest of the year and they don't have any. Or for example, what happened a couple of years ago with COVID, where it was difficult for new H2Bs to enter into the country, so instead they could extend the visas of the people who were here. But this is usually quite slim in the chances of this happening. It still can happen, but most likely if your job has hired you for a contract of a set amount period of time, that's when it's going to end. So why does your contract end after only 8 months? Well, the reason why your contract ends after only 8 months is because this is the time period where this job really needed you. They could not find enough already willing and able American workers who are already in the States to work from them, so they needed to look overseas to recruit staff from other countries to come and work for them for this time period. The reason why they needed you for this time period is because this is a peak of the season. This is a high demand season where they are quite busy, so they need more staff, more volume of staff that they could not find, so they have you there. So when it comes into the summer months of, let's say, May to October, your club or your hotel may not need you anymore because that is not the high season anymore. So most likely a lot of jobs are in Florida. There's such a high need for people to come to Florida on the H2B visa, so I'm going to speak about that. So most likely they don't need you in the summertime, because in the summertime in Florida it gets really hot, it gets humid, and a lot of people who use the hotels or are members of the clubs, well, they actually go to different places for those couple of months. They will go to places such as New York or Michigan or Philadelphia. They will be somewhere else, so they will not need as many staff. So now what you can do is think about it. So those members or those people are going to different places. They're going to different clubs and different hotels, so they're going to need staff. It's going to be their busy season, it's going to be their peak season, it's going to be their busy time where they are going to need more staff. And now if that place cannot find enough willing and able American workers to work for them, well, they are going to be looking for H2B people, and most likely they are going to be looking for you. for you who is already in the country, who already has the experience of working on this visa, who is already being trained, because this is just a short season. So this is only like a couple of months. They want someone who already has experience, who can go straight into the job, because most likely they're not going to want to spend a lot of time in training you, because then by the time you're trained, well, then it's going to be the end of the season anyway. So it makes more sense that for them to hire you who is already in the country, who already knows how to work at a country club, or who already knows how to work in a hotel. So if you want to work in where it is busy for the summer season, the first thing to do is find out, well, where is it busy for the summer seasons? What clubs is the peak season in the summer? So you can do this through searching online, looking through the likes of Coolworks, or searching country clubs in other places who hire H2B visas, or from word of mouth, or if you look in the club or job that you're in at the moment, they may have some posters up of like clubs that are up north that they can refer you to. Or if you think about who you came over here with, if you came over here on a program, well, then you can check with that program to see if they are going to be having open days of job centers where you can really find and apply for these jobs up north. So if you go up north then, so that's going to bring you from May to October, let's say, and then your club's going to need you back down in Florida again for that October to May season. So you can actually go back and forth and do that for a period of up to 3 years. Now after the 3 years, your H2B visa will have expired, so it would be time for you to go home for at least a period of time before, if you wanted to come back again, but it would still recommend going home for a period of time after that visa. Or maybe it is that you just wanted to come for 3 years and that was enough of having the experience of living, of working, of being in the United States. So I hope this video gave you the tips that you were looking for. And if you have any further questions about H2B extensions, of how to find jobs up north, just feel free to write down to me in the comment section below. And this is such a great time for this video to be out there, because I know come December, come January, this is when these clubs are really going to be recruiting for you. So this is a great time to really decide on what it is that you want. Do you want to go up? A time to get your CV together, a time to start looking at where you want to go, how you can go there, and on applying. So best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video.